One of my favorite things to do here on this channel is find a video from a channel that's relatively small, but has a video that does better than their normal videos. And this is not a huge video by any means, but it's a video by someone by the name of The Gaming Critique with a Q. And it says, why are people so excited for GTA 6? And I think this is an interesting concept because when you look at it, say you don't know anything about GTA, say you have never played a GTA, you don't know anything, and you say, yeah, there's this game that's coming out, we think this year, it might not be this year, but we think this year, and everyone's waiting for it. Everyone in the industry might not release their game if this one comes out. What we haven't seen any. We've seen one trailer. Yeah, one. No, we haven't seen any game. We've just heard of. There's been a lot of leaks. We've seen leaks and one trailer, but yeah, no gameplay. Yeah, should we? Maybe we shouldn't be. Should we be that hyped? That is the question. And I think this is an interesting idea for a video. So it's 20 minutes long-ish. So let's check it out.
Grand Theft Auto 6 has got to be the most anticipated game ever.
You need a bit more of a pop filter, brother.
The prospect of it for over a decade, and the excitement and anticipation only skyrocketed once that official trailer from Rockstar dropped back in 2023. That's when the hype train really left the station, and it ain't stopped since. But with so much hype surrounding this game, it really makes you wonder why. To most people, it may seem obvious. I mean, it's a new Rockstar game.
This is what I said. If you're someone who has followed GTA and you know everything about GTA and all of this, you're gonna be hyped. If you played Rockstar, if you played Red Dead. But like, think about this from the outside perspective, right? Because the hype for this game goes outside of that. There's kids out there who's never played a GTA game but have fallen into the hype train. So why?
Years, but it's also not just any Rockstar game. It's a new GTA. We haven't had one of those in 12 years. So yeah,
that's wild.
Naturally people are gonna be hyped. What more could there possibly be to it? But realistically, while there is a collective hype for this game, every individual who is looking forward to GTA 6 have their own unique reasons why, and I was curious to know what some of them are. So I went to where millions of people who are excited about the game
is it Reddit?
Some a little bit too much. I'm of course talking about the GTA 6 subreddit.
Yeah.
And I asked a simple question. Why are you excited for GTA 6?
Oh, okay, so this is a completely different concept than I thought, but this is interesting.
Now, I'm going to be honest, I got a lot more responses than I expected. So for this video, I wanted to highlight and respond to some of the comments that really stood out to me. So let's do it. I want to see if they beat RDR2 in details and realism. Pretty much waiting for this game to come out is the only thing keeping me going. If it releases and is a total disappointment, I'm going to slit my throat because seriously, no way it's going to be a downgrade from fucking RDR2. I think in some ways GTA
Realism. So if you didn't play Red Dead Redemption 2, maybe you're just a GTA person. Realism, they had a lot of systems, like your horse would get dirtier. If you played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, they had it so like if you were out doing things that you'd be covered in blood or dirt or things like that, and people literally wouldn't talk to you. So I think that's the kind of stuff that he's talking about, and he wants it to be more realistic. And will GTA be more realistic than Red Dead? I don't know. Like, you got to think, this is the game where you used to be able to unlock all weapons and kill all the cops. So I don't know. I don't know if that will be the case or not. But there's also a big subset of players who play like the real life sims in GTA. So maybe that is what a lot of people are looking to.
6 will be more realistic than RDR2, and in a lot of ways more realistic than GTA 5, considering they actually toned down a lot of the realism that they had in GTA 4. But I think we need to temper our expectations in terms of just how realistic we should expect GTA 6 to be. I think as far as physics and minor details go, we're going to be absolutely blown away.
Probably, yeah.
But things like maintaining cores, having to eat and bathe, and limiting your inventory to what can be carried on your person will probably be done away with. Even though
I don't know, apparently there's rumors that you can put weapons in the back of your car, so that one might be true, that you can only carry like one weapon or something with you.
People found that stuff kind of frustrating in RDR2. I personally didn't mind it, but I don't think all that stuff belongs in a GTA game. I want to be able to pull an RPG out of my ass whenever I feel like it, and I want my weapons to work properly at all times without having to take the time to clean them every so often. Like, it was cool at first, but the magic wears off. Trust me. So yeah, I think GTA 6 will be realistic for GTA.
I'm curious what you think about that one. That's an actual interesting one.
Because it's a new GTA. Valid.
Fair enough.
Being able to experience a new Rockstar game with a more developed brain.
Ooh.
When I first played Red Dead Redemption 2, I was still pretty young and a lot of things went over my head. That was especially the case for GTA 5. It's going to be nice being able to fully appreciate a new Rockstar game and with the added patience of being an older human being than before.
Okay, that's an interesting one because I started YouTube when I was 15 or 16 and I'm 30 now. And like, for example, an easiest example, the first game that I started making YouTube videos on was Modern Warfare 2, the first Modern Warfare 2. I didn't even pick up on that pistol between Captain Price and Soap being like a metaphor for their relationship until years later. And going back and playing some of the Call of Duty games now, specifically Call of Duty Ghost and the family aspect of that game, it completely changes the way you think and play these games. And I think like being there for the launch of a new huge IP like this, and you've grown up a little bit, I think that's a really great point.
It's funny because I'm actually very much in the same boat as this person, because GTA 5 came out when I was only 11 years old, and when RDR2 came out, I was 16. So I would have been,
if it came out 14 years ago, I would have been 16 when it came out, which I think makes the most sense.
And yeah, I replayed them over the years
17
too,
maybe
as an adult and all that. I played these games a lot over the years, but in terms of like, you know, that first experience being there day one, I've always been younger, and like I said, when GTA 5 came out, I could not get the game. I was just simply too young. My parents wouldn't let me get it. So to be a full-grown adult, being able to actually be there on day one, day zero, whatever, and be able to experience this game as a full-grown adult for the first time ever, my first GTA game as an adult, it's pretty dang exciting. There's nothing like it. You got a point there. Because it will feel like you're in an alternate reality inside a video game. So I mean, yeah, pretty much.
So that's like the mod
GTA
thing where
always does a really good job of making you really feel like you're where you are. It makes you feel like you're in, not to sound too much like an IGN reviewer, but you really feel like you're in Los Santos. You know?
The world feels alive.
I don't know. It's really going to feel.
And with those leaked like 300 real-time events that happen throughout the map, this map will feel more alive than I think any other. I think Red Dead Redemption had 60, and in the leaks, this one has 300. So yeah,
you're in like South Florida when we're playing GTA 6 in Vice City and the other surrounding areas. It should be really interesting to see and experience. Not only is it a new GTA experience after so many years, Rockstar constantly delivers state-of-the-art experiences. RDR2 is one of the best games I've ever played, and I'd be looking forward to whatever that company makes next, regardless of if it's GTA or not. This is a good point. Rockstar has really delivered in the past, so it's like, you know, a new game from them, regardless of whether it's GTA or not, is bound to you know, provoke a bunch of excitement. Well, ideally, you know. Not everyone likes to go just by track record these days, you know, but
you can with certain companies.
I feel like Rockstar is just different, you know. They're bound to generate a bunch of hype, regardless of whatever they put out. So yeah, that's completely valid.
So there's certain companies, Rockstar being one of them, Naughty Dog being one of them for me. A lot of people are worried about their next game, Intergalactic. I'm not. They delivered with Uncharted. They delivered with Last of Us. Even though I didn't love the story of The Last of Us 2, it was still a good story, even if I didn't like the story. So it used to be Bethesda for me, but they've kind of fallen off a cliff a little bit. But yeah, there's certain studios where you can trust like that. Definitely not all of them anymore.
I'm not excited. All right, King, go off. I hope we can break and enter lots of houses and apartments while people sleep at night. See how stealthily we can be.
That's creepy.
I would love to see this return. Like, we haven't really seen it since, like, what, GTA San Andreas? And I can't remember if that was only part
creepy,
of a mission,
I'm not gonna lie.
if you could, like, do it on your own. I really don't remember. And they had it, like, a little bit in RDR2, but, like, to really have, like, proper home invasions and robberies and stuff like that, that would be, like, so fun. I really would like to see that. I don't know if they'll implement it again, but yeah, a guy can dream. Yeah, I would absolutely love for that to be in the game.
I don't know why I find that so creepy.
Immersed in a world that feels alive.
That's what we were talking about before.
I will probably kill all of my brain cells. RDR2 walks so GTA 6 could run. This game will be the amalgamation of 25 years of Rockstar. This is everything the Hauser brothers and Laszlo have been wanting to achieve, their magnum opus, and I hope to be there for the ride. I feel you, dude. This is kind of like, you know, the hype leading up to RDR2. It was like RDR2 felt like it was going to be like this huge amalgamation of like everything. You had notes of LA Noire and Bully.
So here's the worry though, right? With not seeing any trailers or anything like that, I think they've built so much hype for this game. Is it possible that it's impossible to live up to that hype? I don't know. Like it's part of that kind of scares me a little bit, because if thing is, this game isn't seemingly perfect on launch, is there going to be outrage? Like, what if there's a little bit of woke stuff in there? I doubt it, but like, what if there is? Is people going to outrage like they have with previous
GTA games, the Red Dead Redemption, and I think almost like all Rockstar, if not all Rockstar game studios were working on the game, working on the game at one point. So it was a huge thing, and like GTA 6, like you said, it's gonna be like this even bigger magnum opus of like just things we've seen in previous games, and that's like it's gonna be really exciting to see. And I couldn't imagine playing the game high. That might be a bit too much, but yeah, I'm excited to see it, man. GTA 5 is one of my favorite games ever, and I'm going to love just driving around Leonida and causing chaos. Plus, the Bonnie and Clyde dynamic with Jason and Lucia,
that is interesting
to play. Yeah, the Bonnie and Clyde thing really does intrigue me. I think the two characters will work very well. There were times in GTA 5 where I thought that the three main characters thing was a bit too much, but I think a nice simple two character story will be fun to play, and also their dynamic I am really interested to see like just what that's like. I really hope that Jason and Lucia truly love each other and care about each other. I don't want it to be like this dysfunctional like romance like we see with like Michael and Amanda or something like that.
I think they almost have to do like that. Really, if they're doing Bonnie and Clyde, they have to do this like ultimate trusting relationship. No matter what that other person does, you have their back kind of thing. I would assume, but I kind of trust them when it comes to storytelling.
We can see that they care for each other to help us root for them, and that they, you know, whatever they go through together, they get through together. Ride or die type beat. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what the Bonnie and Clyde stuff will be like, not just in terms of story, but also gameplay as well. I feel like that'll be fun to see play out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing that too.
If you're gonna put those breaks in, I think you need gameplay volume. Just saying.
Entertaining game that is fun to play. Not necessarily woke or politically correct with jokes/language. I'm not that soft.
Yeah,
with certain people having left Rockstar, I've been seeing a lot of people concerned about GTA 6 being quote unquote woke or more politically correct or whatever. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this is a concern we need to have.
Yeah, I doubt it as well.
Who was it? Dan Hauser or whoever, one of the Hauser brothers who had left. Yeah, they aren't working on it, or maybe they did and we don't know. Can't remember quite when they left, but the game started development in 2014 they said, or something like that. 2015. I don't know, but we still I think at this point don't know how much Dan Hauser.
I think it was 2014 because I think it was 11 years ago.
Really affected the game and the satire and all that stuff, but I genuinely don't think that GTA 6 is going to be like quote unquote politically correct or woke or whatever. I think it's going to be just fine, even if they did tone things down like from other GTA games. Like I still think we can expect there to be a lot of that same kind of like humor
over the top.
And satire. I don't think that's going anywhere. That's like a staple of the series. I don't think they're just going to come
like, for example, like little things like in GTA 5 where the guy's wife is sleeping with the tennis instructor, like things like that. Like those are the kind of things that GTA does. Or like you go and you're hacking the computers and like the pop-ups that pop up on the screen and things like that.
Completely remove that. I don't think it's gonna be like super like serious. I think it's still gonna be very zany, like the world and all that stuff and characters and all. I hope so, at least. Like I would prefer a more serious, grounded story, but still the world, surroundings, like it's still gonna be, I think it's still gonna be very satirical. It's still gonna be, you know, making fun of everybody. Nobody's safe. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think we don't need to worry about that for GTA 6, honestly. Female protagonist.
Interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Lucia seems cool. I'm really excited to see what her deal is, with what her personality is, what her story is, and all that
so
stuff.
with the woke stuff, once again, they have to nail this. Like they have to nail this character, and they have to make you care about her so much, because we've seen so much when people are not happy with the female protagonists, they just don't like the games. Now, again, story writing, creativity wise, Rockstar knocks all their characters out of the park. So I expect them to, but it's one thing they do have to be careful with.
Of what it's like to play.
Also, side note, I'm going to South Florida in a week from now. That's all I'll say. There's no secret with it. It's not like it's a GTA thing or anything like that. It's just, I'm going there.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited for that as well. It's something very different for GTA, and I hope they do her justice. I really do. Just based off of that first trailer that we got, Lucia does seem like she's very prominent in this, even more so than Jason. I mean, of course, we only have that one trailer to go off of. Things could be different and more trailers going forward and in the actual game. So, but yeah, regardless, we know that Lucia is going to be, she's going to play a big role, and I'm really excited to see what that's going to be like in a GTA game.
There's never been a female protagonist in any Rockstar game? Is that true? Someone fact check me.
Driving chill with catchy radio on just to relax.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm expecting those radio stations to be straight fire.
They will be.
Really hope
There's
so.
already been leaks as to who's going to be on them. They're going to have everything.
Listening to some 80s classics, you know what I mean? That sounds like the life right there.
Now, unfortunately, as a YouTuber, I can't have that stuff on, or
I'm
copyright.
For the same level of distractions as RDR2. In RDR2, if you set off for a waypoint, you're going to end up pursuing multiple side quests and events.
This is about a world feeling real, about it feeling like you are immersed in it. If you go and walk in a direction, and on the way there's 3 stores, 3 people come up and talk to you, you see different things happen. This is what makes the world feel real, and this is what Rockstar does so well.
Or just exploring. I'm excited for GTA 6 to implement that in a modern setting. I'm excited to see what type of crazy random encounters we might see in the world of GTA 6 too. Though I will be honest, I don't know if we can expect the same level as we got in RDR2.
I think you can.
Considering a lot of getting around in RDR2 is by horseback or by carriage. It's very slow.
True.
So and those rides can be very long. So of course they throw a lot in the world to kind of make it feel.
That's actually a really good point. Like, you're going by horse in this. There needs to be things going on when you're driving around constantly. But if they're gonna have 300 events,
not as boring, like you're not just riding a horse from point A to B. They gotta throw some things here and there to make your journey more interesting, because otherwise it would just be very, very boring. So I don't know if they'll put that amount of effort in making the world that where something's happening all the time, considering a lot of time you're probably just going to be flying past it, driving in your car. So
it's a good point.
I don't know, again, I don't know if we can expect the same level of distractions, but I am interested to see in a modern context where you are getting around in these fast cars and in jets and planes and stuff like that, to see what kind of distractions they can add with that being your primary way of getting around.
I think it would have to be almost like Spider-Man level of distractions like that. Like, things like this, like having the billboards up, are great and adds to the realism of the world. But say for example, you're driving down a street and all of a sudden in front of you, a car drives into a bank car, and then there's all of a sudden a heist right in front of you, and then you have the option whether to kill the people who are doing the heist, take their stuff, or stop it, or things like that. Would have to be how they do something like that.
The story, but also getting lost in a new world. I like looking for collectibles and discovering new radio music. Even in
maybe
the
not the new radio
of a
stuff,
map,
but
GTA games feel strangely freeing. I feel free when I play them. So I'm excited to immerse myself in a new land with new
The immersion
characters.
in a new
This
area
sounds
with new
stupid, but
characters.
GTA 5 made me feel so many different emotions. So did RDR2.
RDR2 did for me. Well,
I
Jesus.
sometimes wish I could erase the games from my brain so I can experience
We
them
all
again
do.
for the first time. But with GTA 6, I get to feel that first playthrough feeling once more. That first playthrough feeling is so real, you know, and this one really stood out to me because,
Good point.
you know, there was a time where we were playing GTA 5 for the first time.
So, this is such a side note, but I do this all the time in videos. The best example I can give you of this is The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2, I was in high school. And I'm sorry, The Last of Us 1, not The Last of Us 2, The Last of Us 1. And the game comes out and it has all this hype. And I go to the game store with my girlfriend and I'm going to buy it. And they're like, oh, we have this deal right now where this $100 headset, a PlayStation headset, is actually only $15 if you buy The Last of Us. I'm like, okay, I'll get it. This headset was incredible. Like one of the best sounding headsets I've ever had. It was just a PlayStation Bluetooth headset. It sounded amazing. Over the year, and I go home, I get a Little Caesars pizza. I lay in bed because I had a TV at the end of my bed. And I think for like 12 and a half hours straight, I just like ate pizza, drank soda, and played through The Last of Us. And just having that experience of that first time playthrough, I will always remember that. And in fact, Little Caesars they had a special where you could get half a normal pizza and half a pretzel pizza. And that's it. That's it. It's enough said. If you don't know what a pretzel pizza is, you replace the marinara sauce with pretzel cheese. The crust has salt sprinkled on it, and it's a pretzel crust. It's some delicious stuff, but holy crap, is it rich.
Playing RDR
Told you, side note.
For the first time. We were playing RDR1 for the first time. So it's like, you know, we play these games so much over the years. Well, speaking for me, at least, I played these games so much over the years that, like, I forget, yeah, there was a point where I was experiencing this for the first time. And a lot of times, sometimes I'll play and I'll be like, man, I really wish I could just erase my memory and just play this game for the first time again. Because playing RDR2, especially for the first time, was so special. It was unlike anything before. So, like, and I was also, like I said earlier, I was younger when I played it. So, you know, I'm very excited for GTA 6 so I can have that first playthrough experience and really like cherish it, because, you know, I'm probably going to play the game like 10-20 times over the next decade or so. So yeah, this first playthrough, it's going to be something special, and I can't wait for it. So that's definitely a reason to be excited.
That's just another reason why they have to knock it out of the park with like the bugs and everything, because if people play through this for the first time and it's super buggy, that's going to be a problem.
The story is a good long game to grind and complete and quote-unquote live inside the world.
Yeah.
Plus, you know it's going to be at least decent and we ain't getting GTA 7 for 10 plus years, so why not be excited for it? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's valid. I mean, what else are we going to be looking forward to? If it's not GTA 6, then it's nothing. Like, after GTA 6, Rockstar isn't putting anything out. Maybe they'll put out RDR 3 in the next 5 years, maybe.
I would assume they
We're not
would,
getting
but
Bully 2, we're not getting Agent.
I want Bully 2. Please, just Rockstar, please. Just please, Bully 2. I want it so bad.
Never bringing back Midnight Club, probably. Not going to be another LA Noire or Manhunt. So, you know, yeah. GTA
Bully.
6, that's all we got. So, yeah, you might as well be excited.
But again, we've talked about this before. You got to do Bully 2. You can even do the same character, but put it in college, because then like the bullying stuff is more okay. And then, yeah.
I love all Rockstar games, but GTA games in general give me
It's a
a
long
lot
one.
of satisfaction. The story mode is where it's at for me. As excited as I am for the story, the missions, meeting the characters, and all that,
100%, I'm winning
it's
with that.
something else that brings me back to GTA after all these years. It's sort of hard to describe, but the way the game presents tracks in an open world setting is just so fun to me. I can't wait to have a brand new set of tasks to tackle, some story related and others maybe not so much. It's just fun to me to load the game up, check out the map, see what icons I have available,
This is what everyone is saying. They just want to explore the map.
and start taking care of them in order from least to most important. I usually like to pick off the smaller things and make sure I'm quote-unquote set up before I get into a mission. I love the idea of just jumping into my car and heading out to a store to buy clothes or items I might need, checking my inventory and seeing what I might need to stock up on, taking the time of day into consideration before I start doing anything, role-playing a bit, choosing to do things or leave them for endgame tomorrow based on whatever specific time it might be. Other games just don't make it as fun, but having this set of tasks to complete and optional things to do in order to fill your time and keep you entertained just...
So I'll let him finish, and then I will explain how Rockstar does this right and other games don't. Specifically, most recent one that we played, Assassin's Creed.
Works so
Let him
much better in
finish.
a Rockstar open world environment than they do in any other game.
Yes.
The endless amount of random things that can happen keep things so interesting. Maybe I set out to go clothes shopping and stock up on health items and ammo. But on my way there, I see a stranger mission or something else piques my interest, and I end up being wrapped up in something else completely. That's what I'm looking forward to the most, and I know that seems obvious and almost dumb to even say out loud, but just to have a new GTA game to play, completely fresh packed with never before seen content, has me feeling giddy like a little kid again.
First of all, I wonder if he's actually a cardiologist, but side note, this is what GTA does better than, like, this is what makes a RPG good, in my opinion. If we look at Assassin's Creed Shadows, the game was fun. The gameplay was fun, but everything you did felt exactly the same. There wasn't something happening on your way to another mission. There wasn't any change between each and every mission. You go to somewhere, you assassinate someone, or you'd have to go and look for evidence, and that was it. In every single GTA, you could go to from, or let's take Red Dead Redemption, you could go from one mission to another, and on the way, 6 different things will happen. You'll go hunting for something. It feels like you are immersed in that, and everything feels different. And the next mission that you play will be something completely different from the one that you just did. That is the difference between a good RPG and a bad one, at least in my opinion. And yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows is like popcorn. You just keep eating kernel after kernel after kernel, but it's the same kernel every single time. Whereas GTA is like having flavored popcorn and maybe mixing 2 together. It's like Chicago style popcorn.
I saved this comment for last because this one, out of all the comments, it really best encapsulates why I'm personally really excited for GTA 6. Just like that open world, specifically that Rockstar GTA open world experience is unlike anything else in video games. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us were exposed to Grand Theft Auto at young ages, and it was like that first time that we really felt like, wow, I can do anything in this game, you know? And over the years, like, the GTA games have continued to give people that same feeling of, wow, I can go here, I can do this, I can get in the car, I can and do all this, and I can buy clothes, and I can make my character look the way I want, and it's just fun. It's that fantasy of literally just being in an open world, getting to go wherever you want, do whatever you want, giving you that freeing feeling, and just creating your own stories and experiences in that world. And that's really, I think, the main appeal of GTA, that most people, whether you realize it or not, that's why you're a fan. So I don't know, I think it's gonna be fun for a lot of us who have grown up and are older now to have that feeling again of, man, I get to just do whatever I want and be whoever I want and just experience this world the way I see fit, because I can. The game gives me the freedom to do that. And I don't know if I'm making much sense or rambling, much like the comment said. It might sound dumb to really say
Makes sense to me.
but I don't know. I think that's really describes why I'm excited for GTA to just, you know, not that I don't play other games or experience other pieces of media that make me feel like a kid again, but GTA is I mean, playing those games were formative for me, and I truly feel like
I think they were for a lot of people.
For me being exposed to those games when I wouldn't love games the way that I do now. So I don't know. Not to say that I owe it all to GTA or anything, but I don't know. I just feel like getting to experience that again is reason enough.
This is why I want a game to feel like older Call of Duty games. It just, like, when a new COD comes out, it's fun for like a week or two, but it doesn't have that like entrenching experience. And I think this is what Rockstar does so much better than any other studio. It entrenches you in the world, in the universe, in the map, in the characters, in a way that other games don't. And some games do, but they're not like for me to be entrenched in something like that for 70, 80, 100 hours, it's rare. Like by the time I think I finished Shadows in like 35 hours, maybe 40, 20 hours in that world. I'm like, I've seen it. We know what's going on here, but I finished it to finish it and do the review and everything like that. But yeah.
Enough for me to be excited, and reason enough for a lot of people to be excited. But yeah, soapbox over. That's all I had to say about that. But yeah, those are some of the reasons why people are excited for GTA 6. Obviously, this wasn't like this all
chill guy. This guy's a chill guy.
Encompassing thing. There are plenty of other reasons that people might have that they're excited. And of course, I didn't go over every response that I got to the question on Reddit. But at the end of the day, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. I'm just a guy with an opinion, and now I want to hear yours. Comment below. Why are you excited for GTA 6? I want to hear some of your reasons down below. And if you liked the video, hit subscribe, hit like.
It's a good video. Go check out his channel. Like I said, I like to find these kind of videos that are kind of blowing up people's channel, making them do better than normal on their channel. And there's obviously a reason for it. A chill video like this about the world and just kind of being hype with other people for something that's coming out soon is nice. It's not about the drama. It's not about creating narratives. It's not about leaks. It's not about wanting more. It's about just enjoying something as a community. And that is really nice to see. And it's interesting to hear why different people are excited. I think the main things that is immersion in the world. For me, story. I have some plans for doing stuff with the story of the game that I'm really looking forward to. I think will be a lot of fun. And so immersion in the world, story, realism is another one. All great reasons. And I think the biggest one is Rockstar's Rockstar. When have they screwed up, especially recently? So I think that's another huge one. So we will see. Still waiting on second trailer.